Manousos crossing half the world to find Carol only to realize she may have switched sides is one of the most emotionally loaded turns in Pluribus. Because from his perspective, she was the last person he thought truly understood the danger of the others. By the time he reaches her, he discovers she's deeply entangled with Zoja, not just emotionally but ideologically, and that realization hits even harder when it becomes clear Carol is genuinely in love. At first, Carol clings to denial. She wants to believe she can exist in this strange middle ground where love and safety coexist, but the show forces her into an impossible choice, and when push comes to shove, she chooses Zoja over Manousos. For a brief moment, it looks like that choice pays off. Carol finally feels peace, companionship, and a sense of happiness that's been missing from her life for a long time. That illusion completely shatters when Zoja casually reveals that the others have already figured out how to infect Carol using her frozen eggs. This is the moment everything clicks. Carol had always believed she was protected because infecting her required invasive bone marrow extraction, something that couldn't happen without consent. Learning that they've bypassed that safeguard exposes the terrifying truth behind the others' behavior. They aren't acting out of love or care. They are driven by a relentless need to spread, no matter the cost. Once Carol understands this spreading imperative, she realizes her relationship with Zoja was never what she thought it was. The affection, the kindness, even the patience were all tools meant to soften her resistance. That realization snaps her out of the emotional fog and pushes her back toward Manousos and his extreme but clear-eyed view of the threat. This is where the atom bomb reveal lands with so much weight. Earlier in the season, Carol jokingly asks if the others would give us something as catastrophic as an atomic weapon, and their casual agreement feels strange at the time. In the finale, when she actually returns with an atom bomb, that alien moment suddenly makes perfect sense. It's the final proof that the others don't think like humans at all. They don't value individual survival, they don't fear extinction, and they don't understand love the way humans do. Their friendliness is just another strategy, a way to disarm those who are immune long enough to bring them into the fold. By the end, Carol finally accepts what Manousos has been saying all along. If the spread continues, there won't be anything human left to save. The radio frequency subplot ties directly into this larger revelation. Manousos obsessively scanning radio waves and stumbling onto the 8613.0 kHz signal initially feels like background paranoia, but the finale reframes it as one of the most important discoveries in the show. The signal appears to be the glue holding the others together, keeping them synchronized in a single hive consciousness. The virus itself seems less like the true enemy and more like the physical gateway, the hardware, while the radio signal acts as the software that keeps everyone aligned. That also explains why sudden loud noises or disruptions briefly break the others out of their trance. When the signal falters, so does the hive. By the end of the season, the pieces are finally on the board for a potential reversal of the so-called happiness apocalypse. Manousos understands there's a signal controlling everything, but he lacks the creative leap needed to dismantle it. Carol, on the other hand, has always been defined by her imagination and her ability to think sideways. Now, with time running out and the threat more personal than ever, the two of them together represent the best chance humanity has. If they can locate the source of the signal and disrupt it, they might be able to break the hive mind and return the others to individual consciousness. In simple terms, they're not trying to destroy people, they are trying to wake them up. What do you think, though? Is Carol right to go as far as she does? Or has she crossed a line that can't be uncrossed? Do you see the others as villains, or victims of a system even they don't control? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, because this ending leaves a lot to unpack. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to share it with someone else who's been thinking about that finale nonstop.